Oh, this?
Ew! That smell. So disgusting. What are you eating?
This is Primo. It's coming from the Philippines. Do you want to try it?
No, I'm poisoning. It will block your country.
Why? It's so racist.
But I'm telling the truth. Let's get here. Where's it going?
Sit stop. You weren't being nice to her. So what if she's from another country? She works here just like us. Matt, can you change your attitude, please?
Whatever.
Hi, pumunta ako dito sa ibang bansa para makapagtrabaho ng maayos. Nay, kahit ganitong nangyayari sa akin, titiisin ko para sa pamilya natin. Para maibalik ko sa'yo yung binigay mo sa akin dati.
Identity is the way we see ourselves and how others recognize us. It includes culture, language, beliefs, traditions, personality, and experiences. Our identity is shaped by our family, community, education, and in the environment where we grow up. In today's world, globalization connects people from different countries through technology, social media, and communication. Because of this, people are constantly exposed to different cultures, ideas, and lifestyles. Globalization has both positive and effective effects on identity. On the other side, on the positive side, it helps people become open-minded and understanding of other cultures. It allows us to learn new perspectives and appreciate diversity. We become more aware of global issues and learn how connected the world reality is. However, globalization can also create challenges. Some people may slowly forget their own traditions and culture because they are more influenced by foreign trends and social medias. Others may feel pressured to change themselves just to fit in or gain in acceptance online. Because of this, some individuals struggle to understand who truly they are. That is why it is important to balance global influence with personal and cultural identity. We should remain proud of our roots, values, tradition, while still respecting and learning from others. Being part of global world does not mean losing our identity. Instead, it means becoming more aware, respectful, and responsible as a global citizen.
Hi everyone! Today, I will talk about identity in a global world. For me, identity is kung sino tayo bilang tao. Kasama dito yung personality natin, culture, beliefs, language, at mga experiences na humubog sa atin. Sa panahon ngayon, sobrang connected na ng mundo dahil sa globalization. Dahil sa social media, technology, music, at movies at internet. Madali na tayo makakita at matuto ng iba't ibang culture from other countries. Because of this, naapektuhan din minsan yung identity natin. Halimbawa, may mga trends tayo na ginagaya, foreign music na pinapakinggan natin, at ibang way of speaking or lifestyle na tutunan natin online. Pero kahit na-influensyahan tayo ng ibang culture, importante pa rin na alam natin at hindi natin makakalimutan kung saan tayo nanggaling. As a Filipinos, marami tayong magandang values na dapat nating ipagmalaki, like pagiging respectful sa elders, pagiging family-oriented, at pagiging helpful sa ibang tao. These are part of our identity, and kahit globalized na yung world ngayon, dapat dala pa rin natin yung sarili nating culture and values natin. And at the same time, globalization also help us grow. Mas natututo tayong umintindi ng ibang tao, rumispeto ng different cultures, at maging open-minded. It reminds us na kahit iba-iba tayo ng background, pwede pa rin tayo magkaisa at magtulungan. And for me, identity in a global world means balancing both. Dapat marunong tayo makisabay at makisabay sa pagbabago while staying true to ourselves. Hindi natin kailangan makalimutan yung sarili nating identity para na makifit in. Instead, pwede natin gamitin yung globalization para matuto, mag-grow at makipag-connect sa ibang tao habang proud pa rin tayo kung sino tayo bilang isang tao or bilang isang Pilipino.
Sa mundo natin ngayon, mas mabilis na tayo nagiging connected sa ibang tao. With just one click, we can see people from different countries, kung paano sila mabuhay, magsalita, and mag-express ng culture nila. Kaya yung identity natin ngayon, hindi lang nabubuo sa family, school, or community. Nabubuo rin siya sa global influences na nakikita natin everyday. Pero kahit ganun, identity is still about knowing who you are. It's about your values, your beliefs, or your roots. And yung mga bagay na nagpapakita kung saan ka nang gagaling and kung ano yung pinaniniwalaan mo. And kahit surrounded tayo ng global trends, iba pa rin yung may sariling direction and sariling voice. Living in a global world also teaches us to appreciate diversity. Nakikita natin na each culture is unique. Iba-iba man tayo ng language, lifestyle, or tradition. Lahat tayo may something to contribute. And habang natututo tayo sa ibang kultura, mas nakikilala natin yung sarili natin. Parang mas nagiging aware tayo sa identity natin dahil nakikita natin yung differences and similarities with others. Pero syempre, may challenge din. Minsan, we feel pressure to fit in or to follow what the world says. Kaya importante na grounded pa rin tayo sa identity natin. Because knowing who you are gives you confidence. It helps you make choices that feel true to you. Hindi dahil yun yung uso or trending, but because yun yung align sa values mo. For me, identity in a global world means finding balance. Na-embrace ko yung global influences, yung idea, knowledge, and experiences, pero hindi ko nakakalimutan kung sino ako and saan ako galing. I learn from the world, pero I also stay true to myself. At the end of the day, being part of a global world doesn't take away our identity. Instead, it helps us grow, understand others better, and discover who we are in a world that's always changing.
Hi, I'm Althea, and to me, identity is basically who you are, your taste, the things you enjoy, your style, the music you listen to, and how you relate to people. Me, personally, I have my own taste in music, style, and the other things that I like, and that's a big part of what makes me, me. That's my identity. That's what I choose to love. And living in a global world makes it interesting because you get to see how your interests connect or sometimes don't connect with other people. Example na lang nito is some of my music taste. I really love K-pop and I really love Western songs, and I also adapted my humor online. And those humors or those funny memes, some of my international friends get them immediately and find them hilarious. While some of my friends in the Philippines, they don't always get the joke because we have different kinds of humor. And it doesn't mean that they didn't laugh in my joke as that they disagree with me. It's just what makes us different in some ways. It made me realize that what I enjoy might not be always relatable to everyone around me, and that's okay. It doesn't make me less me, it just shows that my identity can be unique depending on who you're connecting with. Being part of a global world helps me see these differences clearly and learn from them. It reminds me that ang identity natin is hindi fixed. It is shaped by the people, communities, and cultures that we interact with. We can enjoy our own things, connect with people who understand us, and still get respect or learn from others who are different. So for me, identity in a global world is about being yourself, embracing your tastes and quirks. Everyone gets you or not, your experiences and preferences still matter.
Today, we're gonna answer this question. Sino nga ba tayo sa gitna ng isang globalized world? Dati, ang identity ay tungkulang kung saan ka pinanganak. Pero ngayon, our identity is a mix of our local roots and the global community. Personally, I see myself as a mix of two things. On one side, nandun yung local roots ko, the Filipino values na tinuro sa akin, our culture and our history. Pero on the other side, we are all digital citizens. Dahil sa internet at social media, exposed tayo sa iba't ibang ideas, music, and perspectives from all over the world. Hindi naman ibig sabihin ng globalization ay kailangan nating maging pare-pareho lahat. Instead, it creates a hybrid identity. Pwede tayo maging fan ng international trends or mag-aral ng global concepts habang pinapahalagahan pa rin natin kung sino tayo bilang Pilipino. In the end, our identity is a bridge. We take the best of our culture and share it with the world. Being global isn't about losing yourself. It's about expanding who you are. Thank you.
Have you ever wondered how the world influences the way we think, act, and see ourselves? In today's generation, people are more connected because of advanced technology, social media, travel, and communication. Because of this, our identity is no longer shaped only by our family or community, but also by global cultures and ideas. Today, I will discuss about identity. In global world, identity refers to who we are, our beliefs, culture, tradition, language, and values that make us unique as individuals. In a global world, people from different countries and cultures interact more easily, which influence the way we live and understand ourselves. Globalization gives us many opportunities to learn from other cultures. For example, we can listen to international music, watch foreign films, communicate with people around the world through social media. These experiments help us become more open-minded and respect of diversity. We learn to appreciate different understandings and other perspectives. However, globalization also has a challenge. Sometimes people became too influenced by global trends and slowly forget their own tradition and culture identity. There is a possibility of losing our uniqueness if we ignore our roots and simplify what is a popular worldwide. That is why preserving our culture and values remain important even in a modern, connected world. As a Filipino, we are influenced by many places of our culture, especially through social media and technology. And don't forget our own culture.
In today's globalized world po, I realized that identity is not only shaped by our culture and tradition, but also it is the influence of our other country through social media, fashion, music, technology, and even sa trends. At bilang estudyante po, napapansin ko rin po na marami po akong interest at habits na influence ng ibang bansa, tulad ng sa pananamit ko, the music I listen to, and also po sa mga words na sinasabi ko everyday. And because of globalization po is mas naging connected tayo sa iba't ibang parts ng mundo, and also it nakatulong po sa akin para mas maging open-minded po ako at maging aware na marami pong different perspective and lifestyle. And also, at the same time, I learned that it is really important po to stay connected with my own identity and values as a Filipino. Kahit po maraming foreign influences sa paligid is hindi dapat nawawala yung appreciation natin sa ating sariling culture. Sariling culture, language, and also po sa tradition. And also po, globalization can help us grow po if natututo tayo ng mga bagong kaalaman, and also dapat din po is hindi po natin makalimutan kung ano tayo. And for me, having identity in a global world means po balancing modern influences while still being proud of my roots and uniqueness bilang isang Pilipino.
Ano nga ba ang identidad ng ating mundo? Sa makabagong panahon, ang ating identidad ay hindi lamang nakatali sa isang geografiya o sa bansang ating sinilangan, kundi isa na rin masalimuot at timpla ng ating lokal na kultura at malawak na impluwensya ng globalisasyon. Bilang isang global citizen, inuhubog tayo ng mga teknolohiya at digital platforms like Facebook, Instagram na nagpapahintulot sa atin na makisali tayo sa pandaigdigan na usapin habang bitbit ang ating mga katutubong pagpapahalaga at karanasan. Ang hamon ng identidad sa mundong ito ay ang paghahanap ng balanse. Habang pinapanatili nating matatag sa ating sariling pinag-ugatan, habang bukas ang isipan sa iba't ibang pananaw, pika at tradisyon. Hindi na sapat na tayo ay Pilipino lamang sa loob ng ating bansa, tayo ay inaasahang maging aktibo tayo makilahok sa paglutas sa mga krisis na hindi kumikilala sa borders tulad ng pandemya at pagkasira ng kalikasan. Sa huli, ang ating pagkakakilanlan ay nagsisilbing tulay na nag-uugnay sa ating personal na kasaysayan at sa ating kolektibong responsibilidad na bumuo na isang mas eksklusibo, makatao, at mapayapang daigdig para sa lahat. Kaya mas mainam na kahit na mayroon tayong mga teknolohiya, huwag natin kalimutan na tangkilikin ang ating sariling gawa, sariling wika, kultura, dahil ito ay sa atin. Ito ang ating pinag-ugatan. Pero hindi rin naman masama na tangkilikin rin natin ng ibang gawa ng dayuhan. Yun lamang at salamat.
Ang typhoon ay isang malakas na bagyo na may heavy rain at strong winds. Dahil napapalibutan tayo ng dagat, madalas tayong daanan ng bagyo every year. Ang malakas na bagyo ay maaaring magdulot ng pagbaha, landslide at pagkasira ng mga bagay at pananim. Kapag sobrang lakas ng hangin, pwedeng matumba ang mga puno at poste ng kuryente. Minsan, nawawalan ng electricity at signal sa mga apektadong lugar. May mga pagkakataon din na kinakailangan lumikas ng mga tao para manatiling safe. Another dangerous effect of typhoon is storm surge. Ang storm surge ay biglaang pagtaas ng tubig dagat dahil sa malakas na hangin at ng bagyo. Delikado ito dahil sa mga lugar na malapit sa dagat. Kaya importante na makinig lagi sa weather updates at sumunod agad sa evacuation orders. Dapat laging handa ang emergency kit na may food, water, flashlight, batteries, medicines, at important documents. Another common natural disaster is flood. Ang flood ay nangyayari kapag sobrang daming ulan na hindi na kayang saluhin ng ilog, kanal, at drainage system ng tubig. Madalas itong mangyari pagkatapos ng malakas na bagyo. Kaya pag mataas ang baha, maraming bahay at sasakyan ay nasisira at nahihirapan ng mga tao na bumiyahe. Ang baha ay hindi lang nakakasira ng property. Marami rin itong dalang sakit tulad ng leptospirosis, dengue at skin infections. Delikado rin ang baha dahil maaring may kuryente o matulis na bagay sa ilalim ng tubig. Kaya dapat iwasan ang paglalakad o pagdaan sa ilalim ng baha. Isa sa mga dahilan kung bakit mabilis bumaha ay ang pagtatapon ng basura kung saan-saan. Kapag barado ang drainage system, hindi makadaloy ng maayos ang tubig. Kaya importante na panatilihing malinis ang paligid at maging responsable sa pagtatapon ng basura. Sa panahon ng baha, importante rin na manatiling alert at makinig sa announcement ng authorities para manatiling safe. Next is volcanic eruption. Ang volcanic eruption ay nangyayari kapag lumalabas ang lava, ash, smoke, at gas mula sa loob ng Earth. The Philippines has many active volcanoes like Mayon Volcano and Taal Volcano. Kapag pumatok ang bulkan, maaaring maapektuhan ang buong komunidad sa paligid nito. One dangerous effect of volcanic eruption is ashfall. Ang ashfall ay makapal na abo na kumakalat sa hangin. Maaari ito magdulot ng hirap na paghinga, ubo at irritation sa mata. Maaari rin ito masira ang mga pananim, sasakyan at bubong ng bahay kapag sobrang kapal ng abo. Kapag may volcanic eruption, importante na magsuot ng mask at manatili sa loob ng bahay kung makapal ang ashfall. Dapat din sumunod agad sa evacuation orders ng authorities para maiwasan ang danger zones. At mahalaga rin na maging updated sa balita at announcement tungkol sa sitwasyon ng bulkan para manatiling ligtas. Lastly, let's talk about landslide. Ang landslide ay nangyayari kapag bumabagsak ang lupa, putik o bato mula sa bundok o mataas na lugar. Madalas itong sanhi ng tuloy-tuloy na ulan, lindol o pagputol ng mga puno. Kapag walang sapat na puno, mas madalas gumuho ang lupa lalo na kapag malakas ang ulan. Ang landslide ay very dangerous dahil maaari nitong matabunan ng bahay, tao at mga sasakyan. Minsan, bigla nitong nangyayari kaya nahihirapan ng mga tao na makalikas agad. Maaari rin itong harangan ang mga kalsada at makaapekto sa transportation at rescue operations. To stay safe, importante na umiwas sa mga lugar na mataas ang risk ng landslide, lalo na kapag may malakas na ulan. Mahalaga rin ang pagtatanim ng puno dahil nakakatulong ito para maging matibay ang lupa. Dapat din makinig sa warnings at evacuation announcement para maiwasan ang aksidente at mapanatiling ligtas ang pamilya at komunidad.
Health issues means anything that affects a person's physical or mental condition. This includes diseases, infections, long-term illnesses, and mental health problems like anxiety or depression. These conditions affect how a person lives, studies, works, and survives in daily life. It doesn't end in just one person. Some health issues like viruses can spread from person to person and eventually the whole world can be affected. Many professionals, graduates, and healthcare workers work together in inventing cure for it. Some even travel from one country to another with observation to help with research. At these times, many hospitals are full and medicines run low. So people in every country will need to rely on each other at these times to save countless of people and minimize fatality. This is also where the right to proper healthcare becomes important. Every person has the right to receive medical treatment when they are sick. Healthcare is not supposed to depend only on money, status, or location. In reality, many people still struggle to get treatment because hospital expenses are too expensive, too far, or too limited in resources. That is why there are malasakit centers that exist in Philippines. They help reduce the financial burden of patients by providing easier access to government medical assistance. These centers aim to make healthcare more accessible, especially for those who cannot afford hospital bills.
While they do not solve all healthcare problems, they are a step towards making medical help more equal for everyone. No one can handle health problems alone. That is why countries cooperate. They share medical data, research findings, and sources during outbreaks. Scientists and biologists from different countries work together to study diseases. They track how they spread and develop treatments or vaccines faster. One example of how countries responded is to the COVID-19 health crisis. They responded through global cooperation in vaccine development and distribution. Instead of working alone, many countries collaborated with international organizations such as World Health Organization. These efforts helped support the research, production, and fair distribution of vaccines around the world. Wealthier countries funded vaccine development and manufacturing, while vaccines were shared globally to help lower income countries gain access as well. More than 140 to 170 countries participated in these efforts, showing that the response to the pandemic was a shared global responsibility rather than a single action of a single country.
Education is one of the most powerful foundations of a strong and progressive society. Pero kahit ganun siya ka-importante, millions of students around the world still don't have equal access to quality education. And this is why education access has become a major global concern, something that requires cooperation, support, and shared responsibility among nations. When we talk about education access, we're not just talking about having a classroom or a teacher. We are talking about the chance for every person to learn, to grow, and to build a better future. Kasi ang education, hindi lang benefit para sa isang tao. Nakakaapekto siya sa buong community, buong bansa, and buong mundo. Kapag may access ka sa learning, mas malaki ang chance mo to get a good job, to stay healthy, and to help others. But when people are denied education, society becomes weaker. This is why countries and global organizations work together to improve education systems. Many nations share resources like learning materials, teaching training, and research para matulungan yung mga bansang kulang sa facilities or technology. Some countries offer scholarships and student exchange programs so that more young people can experience high-quality education and bring back knowledge to their communities. These efforts showed na education is not just a local responsibility, it is a shared mission. Access to education also means making sure that students can learn even in challenging situations. In areas affected by poverty, conflict, or natural disasters, learning becomes difficult. Kaya napaka-importante ng tulong mula sa international partners who provide temporary learning centers, mobile classrooms, and digital tools. They help make sure that learning doesn't stop kahit may crisis. Because the moment education stops, opportunities disappear. Technology also plays a huge role in expanding access. Online learning platforms, digital libraries, and free educational apps connect students to information even if they live far from school. Through global cooperation, countries can share these tools and innovations. As a result, students in remote areas gain the same learning opportunities as students in big cities. But at the core of all these efforts is the belief that education is a human right. Lahat tayo, regardless of background, gender, nationality, or financial status, deserves the chance to learn. Education should never depend on how rich you are or where you were born. This ethical perspective guides the global community. It reminds us that helping others gain access to education is not an option, it is a responsibility. And of course, Education access is not only the duty of governments and organizations, it is a shared responsibility among students, teachers, families, and communities. Teachers inspire, parents support, communities create safe and encouraging environments, and students themselves, like us, also play a role by valuing learning, staying curious, and using education to make positive changes. When we all work together, when countries share resources, when communities give support, and when students embrace opportunities, education becomes accessible for everyone. And when education becomes accessible, the world becomes strong. At the end of the day, education access is more than just opening a school door. It is about opening opportunities and shaping futures and empowering people to reach their full potential. It is about making sure no one is left behind. And when we commit to that shared mission, we create a world where learning is not a privilege but a promise available to everyone.